Hello everybody and welcome back to 539. So today we're going to finish exploring our cemetery here that we started last time where I had some audio issues. You can see now we're coming up close to the mausoleum. And yeah, one of those cool ones with a gate on the front and then a copper or steel door or a copper on top of steel. I'm not really sure exactly on the construction of them, but yeah, kind of an interesting double door system in a way, and something that probably back in the day would have been left open maybe during summer. I think now for security purposes, they sort of just keep them closed all the time, except for when family come with either their own keys or the keys that are at the desk. I would imagine if it even happens anymore. So that is my thoughts on that. And so now we're going to head around to the other mausoleum here. And this is the above ground crypt of J.K. Pence and family here, another famous Indiana family, as you probably already know. And so these are pretty historic here. I'm not sure of any direct relation to any modern day historic members of the Pence family, but you never know. But we can see, looks like we have James K. Vinton Jr., 1934 to blank. Connie Vinton, 1934 to 2021. So actually some somewhat new burials here, but also some historic stuff as well. Laurel Labby Pence, 1874 to 1930, and of course J.K. Pence, 1862 to 1935, meaning that this was actually built 5 years prior to his passing. So he definitely would have seen this in its full glory before he passed away. So, and yeah, now we're passing through an empty field here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and keep this in. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit it before. We do this several times a week, Tuesday and Saturday. So make sure you do that and turn those notifications on. If not, just check back up on the channel on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and there should be something there. We can see there's a family section here, the Horner family. On this side, it just says mother and father. And then on the other side, I'm assuming the children, Jack and Susie. So, kind of an interesting way to do it. And the wall is not in as great a condition on the other side, and definitely in some need of repair, but not overly decayed. It's really lasted quite well considering everything. You know, it's kind of on a downward slope going at a decent angle. So with all the rain that happens and the snow that happens around here, I'm surprised. Maybe it has been repaired quite a few times, though. I don't really know 100%. I would have to ask on that one. So here we are. Looks like one that is upside down, so that's unfortunate and something that needs to be repaired. But unless the other side is worn off, then it should be quite the easy repair. So, still hope there. So, quite an interesting place. A place that I've tried to kind of avoid a little bit just because there aren't a lot of mausoleums here. It's just really, you know, the few that you've seen. But I mean, there's so much here that's interesting. I do think I want to go back. The weather is back to being incredibly hot again, and it is a decent ways away, so we'll probably end up going to another mausoleum here and film there. And this is the marker of Henry Shibley, 1888. Another really tall one. I think this one was a little bit taller than the previous, and maybe about 15 feet, 12 feet. I'm not really sure 100% how tall they are, but quite amazing pieces, and sometimes they do not stay standing up. You can see what looks like the remnants of some individual markers, but possibly just the bottom of something, and maybe it's one of these three here that got moved at one point, so can't be 100% certain. The black on there that you see doesn't look like any type of fire damage. It actually is more likely mineral deposits, or the rain hitting like maybe lichen or dirt or other things and bringing it down the side. Another unfortunate, it looks like those are really heavily covered in lichen and unable to be read. And, oh yeah, it's super hot. Like, within minutes of getting out of the car, like, any exposed skin was just covered, just drenched in sweat. I know that's a little gross, but, yeah, that's kind of what it was like filming out here. So I apologize that this episode is not as long as I would have liked. I had several intros that made them a little bit longer and an outro, but of course, you know, when there's no audio. But I do have a little bit of a pleasant surprise coming up here in just a little bit. So hang in there with me as we do a quick last pass here by the Mausoleums and then head on and check out some other things. I have no idea how my equipment is not overheating right now, because I can sure feel it. Alright, let's get a few more here and then we're going to head back. This is terrible. Like, it reminds me of running cross country. After running 4 miles, that's what it felt like to be out walking for half an hour today. So we have the Gatlett family here. Mother Salome, 1859 to 1918. Father Peter, 1847 to 1916. Son J. Russell, 1885 to 1913. And son Hanson L., 1883 to 1884. I can literally feel the sweat falling off of me as I lean over. Alright, I think final one for the day probably. Elizabeth Keller, born in Miami County, 1856, died in Whitley County, Indiana. I wonder what is that Oregon, probably? I don't know. June 3rd. Died in Whitley County, Indiana, June 3rd, 1912. Gone but not forgotten. And then Martin Keller, born in Whitley County, Indiana, May 1856, and died in Whitley County, Indiana, May 29th, 1919. And just at rest there. And there is another memorial here, but unfortunately it does look too far gone at this point to read without some sort of restoration effort. And honestly, holding this hot flashlight, whenever you put it at its strongest setting, there's the writing. I can't see it though. Wow, okay, I think I gotta get out of here, or at least take a break. Well, I'm not sure exactly how much time I have put in here, but this is insane. It must be near 100% humidity. As I'm walking, I'm just being covered in either sweat or moisture or water, I don't know. But yeah, we're going to return to this place, so thank you very much for watching this episode on 539. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to check in on Tuesdays and Saturdays to see if there's any new episodes up. And yeah, we'll be doing this plus some more projects coming up here pretty quickly, so be looking for some new announcements here really soon. So thank you all. See you in the next adventure.